Welcome back to another episode of Your Girls Need to Chat. I am half of the equation, Chelsea Fairborn.
And I'm Dalen Dove. Welcome, everybody, to a very special episode that Chelsea may or may not want me to call, but I'm calling March MEN-ness.
It doesn't roll off the tongue smoothly.
It's
So for
just
that
like
reason,
March Madness. It's
I
just
think
like that.
it's like a double N. Like here's where my brain goes. This is going to tell you too much about me. That are we hyphenating men hyphen ness, or is it double N, or is the one N supposed to do all of it? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's double N. It's MEN-ness.
Okay, well that's
Men-ness.
different than double N straight together.
No.
Double and straight together is
Hyphenated.
crazy. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you for the
hyphenated.
hyphenation. That was mostly my biggest qualm with that.
I
Not
think
the
it's
book
gonna be
boyfriends that will be in the March MEN-ness. It's are we
Yes.
hyphenating or not?
Right. So I feel like we should give the people a little taste. I think today, with all of the March Madness, craziness of the brackets and, whatever your husband is currently doing all the time watching basketball,
Or
we are
Chelsea.
going, or Chelsea, we are
Yes.
going to do the real work here today. We are going to do a bracket of of pop culture boyfriends.
Is it the
Boyfriends.
Lord's work? Maybe. We don't know. It might be too sacred of a calling to refer to as that.
We're going to do it.
It's going to be great. We have fictional versus real life. So I can't wait to see how the head-to-head battles shape up, shake out, whatever we want to say there. The best part about it is me and Dalen have to agree. So we have to come to a unanimous agreement.
So really, it's for
the
you.
men.
It's for the people. It's for the overarching people of like, we're going to try not to be selfish today. We're going to pick the best boyfriends for all of us together as a womanhood, as the girls.
And what defines best boyfriend? We're going to find out along the way. We're going to evaluate who's most likely to text us back consistently, going off of nothing, because we don't have any personal experience with any of these men, solely based on looks. And you know
we need
what?
the chat. We
It
need
feels
the banter.
fair. It feels good.
We're going to break it all down.
Updates in our lives. First of all, I discovered that a hurricane in Hawaii is actually called a Kona storm, and I was in one. So neither have I. I thought that Kona storm just meant a storm that started on Kona. It's not the case. It's not the case. My IQ did take a ding when I was thinking through that. So, and when I learned more. From my very rough understanding, it's not called a hurricane because it's technically a different weather pattern, but it mimics a lot of things with a hurricane. Crazy. I was over on Maui for an event, and the weather was bad the week before. That's when it was like the worst, and then it was supposed to lighten up while I was there. So I wasn't really stressed. The event was going to go off without a hitch, allegedly. And then I got there and the weather just kept getting worse. And I remember looking out the window thinking, this feels like it's a little more than just a little thunderstorm. Mostly because the golf course next to the hotel that I was staying at was completely flooded. It looked like a lake. I was like, that can't be good.
No.
And then it just never stopped raining. And there was thunder, and then there was wind, and there was a lot of things. And I was obviously following it on TikTok and on the news too. And Oahu was flooding way worse than Maui was. But then, yeah, it was just a little bit stressful. I mean, I was in a very privileged position where like the hotel I was at was safe. I obviously don't live there. Like the damages were emotional, if anything, and like I was good. But I had this moment while I was sitting over there where I'm like, I'm on the middle of a rock in the ocean. What do
and
you do?
Far away in the ocean.
Far,
like
far away. Like I
nothing
can't
around
survive
you.
in a raft for that long. Like, I'm sorry, I can't Titanic it Rose on a headboard all the way back to California. Like, that's not going to work, and that's really dramatic, and it's not coming from, like, a distasteful place. But you have this moment where you sit there and, like, I've worked with a couple of organizations over there post Maui fire relief and all of that, and you just have this extreme empathy when you realize that the locals and the people that live there, when something happens, it is brutal. And it is actually dire, and there's nothing they can do. And there's just so many factors that kind of collide. And it was both a nerve-wracking and very humbling moment where I was like, okay, I'm grateful that I get to go home, but also like I get to go home. And so it's not
Mm.
lost on me that, like, so sad what's happening on the North Shore, and luckily Maui's, like, okay, but there were some little stressful moments. And poetic timing for the event that I was at, they were raising money for it's this foundation called Huamamona that provides hot meals to families and first responders that are displaced during disasters and things like this. So it was actually really cool that in the midst of all this that was happening, there were so many people that rallied and like raised a bunch of money that was immediately impactful for that. Anyway, lots that we could go down there, but I'm grateful to be on firm ground and landlocked.
You have been through a lot these past few months. A house fire, a earthquake, now a Kona storm. This girl, they say it comes in threes, so you should be done by now. One,
My
two,
bingo
three.
card is starting to scare me. I haven't gotten blackout yet. Who knows? Who
You got
knows? In
that free space.
2026, anything is possible, I guess.
Oh
I need to
my
knock on wood
word.
immediately. But yeah,
Seriously.
that was
Well,
my weekend with a lot of
boots
March
on
Madness that I would watch.
yeah, boots on the ground reporting. You got it here first. Here at your girls need to chat. Um, well, again, I prefer to go first next time because you went to Hawaii and you know what, we did do something fun. We went camping. So
I
you
was like,
stayed at your
That's what I
five-star
thought."
resort and we
Okay.
went to a campground, a KOA.
Listen, I love a KOA energy. I think
You know
it
what?
was probably so fun.
It was
Did the
so
kids love it?
fun. I am totally a KOA camper. Like, I don't want to fill the water tank and bring the generator. I don't want to go do like an off the grid camping situation. I just don't. I would love to have power and hooked up to the bathroom cords and all of the things that make a KOA what it's KOA should stand for your home away from home versus like being out in the wilderness with bears. Like I am that kind of a camper. KOA. KOA should stand for keep only away. No, that's the
Wait,
opposite.
keep only away. What is that even? What?
I want a
You're just
KOA.
saying words at this point.
You're right.
Hold on. KOA, clean with a K.
Yeah.
Clean,
Outdoors.
outdoors, adjacent.
Clean outdoors adjacent. That is exactly what I meant when I said that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we went to a little KOA that's, it's like 30 minutes from our house, so it's perfect. My boys love camping, and my boys including my
Ugh.
husband. So they all have dirt bikes that they pack up
Fun.
into the back of the truck. We pull the trailer up the canyon. It's actually in your hometown, Little Morgan. It's the little shout out to Como Springs.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even
We
experienced that,
we
but I
love
know where
Little
it
Como.
is.
Yeah, we love Little Como Springs. It's got the most dreamy little like grassy area. It's right along the river, so there's like a little swing on the river, and then my
Fun.
boys walk over and fish on the river, and then they ride their dirt bikes around the grassy area. And it's just perfect. And then honestly, you know why I love it so much? We literally will have dinner and then we go right down Main Street, get some ice cream at the Milk Barn. So yummy. Lemon bar ice cream. Have you not been to the Milk
The
Barn?
Milk Barn
Mm-hmm.
in
It's right
Morgan?
there yep, it's right on Main Street. It's next to the Mercantile. I am offended you've never
Wait,
been to
I
this ice
think
cream shop.
is it by Deb's?
Yes.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
I have been away for a long time. The Mercantile is vaguely familiar. Deb's, we were rotating through there for pizza at lunch
Mm-hmm.
in high school, and the Milk Barn I don't think
It's
was
new. It's
even a
new.
brainchild at that point in time.
It's great.
Okay, fine. I have to go and visit my hometown. So sue me.
Go home. It was fun.
Camping's great.
You know what also has been crazy this week? Weather. Last week when we recorded our episode, we recorded on a Tuesday and then we dropped our episode on a Thursday. The Bachelorette was officially canceled,
Yeah.
which I think I have mixed feelings about. Of course, I don't think that we should condone that kind of behavior. No, I don't think that. But I also feel like we as a generation here, we were raised on Jerry Springer. We have prepared for this. We can handle it. Okay? We have prepared. We can compartmentalize. We can separate the two.
Yeah.
I am firmly in the camp of we should still air it.
I think I am too. I think I it's a spectrum of emotions, right? There can be so many
Mm,
things that are right and wrong. Like domestic violence, wrong.
wrong.
No, but nobody's like like safety for your child, all of that stuff. I do think there was a lot of calculation from Dakota's part. You mean he sat on
Mm,
this video for 3 years?
yeah,
If you were that concerned, like why is it just showing up now? You're showing up to destroy, and also, that's a reaction. Like you were looking for a reaction. He's like laughing in half the video. He's not
yeah, yeah,
scared. He's not fearful of anything. Like, yeah, he's documenting, but he's using it as blackmail. And so the other
yeah.
thing that was interesting, last night I listened to the 911 call from when that all happened 3 years ago, and the lady was a neighbor, and she said that she called because she heard a woman screaming to be, like, let out because
Mm,
allegedly Taylor was locked in a garage and so stressed and, like, had all these bodily reactions to being stressed, and then he lets her back in, and that's when he starts filming. And so
oh,
if he's a perpetrator, allegedly, or anything that
mhm,
he was involved in and she's not filming that you don't see, you only get the reaction, not condoning it, all of it's
right.
bad.
But
It
it
just
does
feels
feel very
it just
calculated.
feels calculated and manipulative. The other thing, there's no way that Disney didn't know. There is absolutely no way in this world that they weren't fully aware of everything, and they
That's what
still
I'm
did it in
thinking.
spite of. And
Here's the
so
thing. When you gamble, sometimes you lose. Taylor Frankie Paul, by all accounts, so The Bachelorette, the Bachelor franchise, has never been this, I wouldn't say vulnerable. The numbers are down. It is what it is, right? I know a lot of people that were big fans that don't watch now. So I think the Bachelor and Bachelorette franchise, they're trying to do a different spin. We saw it with Bachelor in Paradise. They did kind of a more of a game show vibe this time with that. I think they felt like we need to take a big swing. We need to take a big swing, bases are loaded. This is they canceled essentially The Bachelorette until they casted Taylor Frankie Paul. This was their big swing, their big gamble. They were all in. And unfortunately, sometimes when you gamble, you lose. And that was big when it came to like, you knew all of these pieces before. Why did we not put this together?
there's no way. That's the thing that I'm having such a hard time with is there's no way they didn't do their due diligence. They have
Mm-mm.
massive legal teams. Also, the reason that she was appealing was because of this. You wanted
Right.
someone loud, brash, and that checked all of those boxes and was going to be really progressive and a chaotic watch. Well, now what do you expect? So, and you there's a lot of theories that I could get into. But
Yeah.
I look at it that I'm like, I don't really feel bad for anyone across the board other than the kids. Like, they
Mm.
have parents that are in a very messy situation, and it's very public, and there's now a very public footprint, which is hard and
Yeah.
devastating for all kinds of reasons. I think the other part of this is, do we feel bad for the men?
Do we feel bad for the men? Here's the thing. It is from everything that I hear, it is emotionally very taxing to do a
Yeah.
show like this, right? You put your whole life on pause. And whether people want to say it or not, you go on this show to get famous. Even if you end up with the lead, you are famous because of that. You go on this show
Yeah.
to get some public appearance, to grow your Instagram feed, to be someone, right? So you've taken all this time from work, you've bought the clothes, you've gone through the emotional, and now it's just not airing? I feel bad for him. I do.
I think I do too, but it does require acknowledgement that they're not there for the right reasons. Because if you're just there for love and for the good of it, like you don't care. But obviously, to your point, they took off time from work. They invested like the amount of clothing alone that you would have to most likely purchase. Maybe it's a little different on the guy's side instead of like the girls, but that, and I think of the emotional stress of sitting for months knowing what your role was or how it ended and not knowing how you're going to be edited would be traumatizing. Like,
Yes.
what if you had villain behavior and you don't know if you're going to be cut as a villain, and now you're just
Mhm.
sitting there and you don't really know? What's crazy is I read somewhere that allegedly they're still under contract for a year. So if that's the case, they have NDAs in place for at least a year and can't talk about anything.
So
So
on
it's
top of the
basically ABC
sting,
blocking everything across the board.
on top of the sting of us not getting the season, we don't get any of the commentary from any of the guys. They literally have to be
Yeah,
quiet for a year.
allegedly. I
I want a
wouldn't
tell
here's what
all.
I see happening, either something like that where you have a men tell all or you have men that go in and, like, story tell about it, and then they do montages and edits. So it's catering very
Mhm.
heavily toward the men that were on the show, or Hulu doesn't care and it's owned by ABC. Just drop the whole thing on Hulu eventually on a quiet Tuesday in April.
Give us something. We're ready. We can handle it. We can do it. I
Put a disclaimer
promise
at the
you.
beginning of every episode
Disclaimer. And at the end, we'll take 2.
and in the middle. You can
We'll take
have
3.
a ticker the whole way. That's fine.
Ticker.
I'm good with it. Give us updates on the court proceedings. It will just play into it.
Mhm.
So, and technically, I mean, there was allegedly something in February that occurred again, but we don't have any of the details from that. So then this is all stuff that they already had information for. They
3
already knew.
years ago. 3
It's
years
like
ago.
episode 2 of season 2 of Mormon Wives. Like it's
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's all so
It's an
much.
interesting thing. Yeah, I'm firmly team air it. I also am so curious to see what happens to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I feel like I could see the main show getting dissolved and then a spin I
Mhm.
already know that there's a spinoff in the works in Orange County that
Oh, you do know that.
well, yeah, I
Do
think
we all
it's
know that?
public knowledge. I'm
Oh.
pretty sure. I don't
'Cause
like
Jen lives in Orange
Jen
County.
lives there, and
Who
then,
else
like,
lives there?
Michaela all of a sudden lives in LA now. Macy loves going to LA. So I could see
Yeah.
them kind of recasting this new batch in California as a spinoff. Let some time cool for the main show and maybe return to it at some point, and then you just have all these people that come in as, like, side quests or side characters.
It's like when Laguna Beach went to the
Yes.
hills,
Went to the
right?
hills, and then Whitney Port had the city. Kourtney Kardashian had Courtney and Kim or Courtney and Chloe take Miami. Like, there's
Yeah,
always a spinoff. They're rarely as
right.
successful as the first.
Because
Heaven
now
knows
from
it's
what
a
I
Real
hear,
Housewives concept.
oh, heaven
Ooh,
knows.
what if I did read something too, what if Jesse gets absorbed into Real Housewives of Salt Lake now?
I think that would be the best thing for Real Housewives of Salt Lake. We need some new storylines in there. I'm not even in it, and I feel like it's getting a little dry.
It's so dry and so tired, but also it's delirious. When
Mm.
a narrative like, I feel that in my own life, when I'm a little too tired, I'm a little past my welcome and my stay, that's actually when some good content comes. I'm not current on it, but wow, some of the content from this past fall was really good on Real Housewives, and I'm not even a Real Housewives fan, but I just sat there, I was like, "I am so glad this is not my life, and I have no FOMO, but I'm so glad that these people put their lives up for public fodder."
Which is why we watch it.
Will Mom Talk survive this? I don't know. I
The
think they'll
Secret
come
Lives
out, it'll be fine.
drama with all the divorces, the separation, the Taylor Frankie Paul, I feel like we are seeing them dissolve right in front of our eyes.
Well,
So let us know in the comments what we think about Mom Talk, where it's going, everything like that. I think it's one of those things where, of course, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Wait and see. Other thing that you've been seeing, I have not been seeing March Madness. I mean, I think I assumed that you were watching March Madness. Tell me what level of March Madness, like, consumer fan you are.
probably more this year because I was in a hotel room for a while. Usually, it depends on what teams are in it that I'm invested in. So obviously, I'm a BYU girl, so I'm going to be invested as long as they're in it, which was not long this year.
But they were in it.
But they were in it and they were great. AJ DeBonsa carried the team. Tough times, but what can you do? It was very validating. They played Texas. Texas was an 11 seed. BYU was a 6. Texas won, and then they went on and beat Gonzaga as a 3 seed in the next round. So it was like
Wow.
kind of double validation that if you're going to lose to someone, at least like they're popping off.
Yeah.
But I've always been a big March Madness fan. I think it was actually my first touch point of like being a sports fan. I put this in the notes. It was also my first experience gambling in this life.
Okay.
Because my family used to have this big pool with my neighborhood, and we'd fill out the paper brackets and go, and we had this whole point system for how we would track it. And it was a $20 buy-in when I was like 12. Kind of steep,
$20 when you're 12. It's
a
a lot of
lot.
dollars.
And then I won that first year, and I won all
How
the
much did
money,
you
and I was
win?
so thrilled. I don't recall, but it was
I mean,
great.
that high. You
And then
remember
I
the
never
high.
won again. Never won
Oh,
again. And that's how they get you. This is also
that's
a
how they get
gambling
you.
cautionary tale because you're going to win first and win fast, and then you're never going to win again. Whoever needs to
Textbook.
hear that, it is what there's your sermon today on gambling.
We need a little ticker of Gamblers Anonymous at the bottom.
This episode's going to have a lot of tickers. Pair it with The Bachelorette. It's fine. Um
A
Anyway,
Jombie
March Madness
fart.
girl. So I like and we'll get into the psychology and analysis of picks because this will
Okay.
apply to our
Yes, this
our
is gonna apply
own
to our
version
bracket.
of March MEN-ness. So sometimes people will fill it out based off of mascots or colors of
That's
jerseys,
me.
all those things, which I
I want
support.
uniforms and mascots.
I love it. Honestly, probably more successful than me thinking that I can like predict it. Because I'm in there. Well, I have the superstition that the more I know, the actual like the worse that I'll be. So then I
Uh,
just don't watch any other college basketball, and I think, oh, I'm uneducated, so it's going to be good. But then the problem is then I tip the scale the other way, and then I like binge educate myself as I'm making the picks. So I'm
yeah.
going through, I'm reading all the analysis, the sports betting
Mhm.
predictions. I think the biggest thing that I look at, and this won't really apply in our bracket, is injury history of the athletes on the team. So if they
Oh,
have a star player that's been recently injured,
you're
it's
not picking
probably a
them.
no-go, a no-fly
Okay.
zone. Did that help
All right.
me with BYU? No, because I picked them to win the freaking national championship. I
Chelsea.
chose to have blue goggles on this year. Bad time to do it. As soon as you realize you're out of it, you're like, well, there's next year. It's gonna
Always
be
next year.
fine. Which brings us to, is it time for March
It's time. Do you
Madness?
want me to do the drum roll since you can't? It's
Uh,
our March Madness bracket.
I'm still recovering from the targeted attack because I can't trill my tongue. Uh,
Leave it to
it's
the
fine.
professional over here.
Okay. Anyway,
This is exciting.
it's time for our March Madness. Um, how did we do this? It was a loose concept, and I did use some AI help to structure this. Some of it is fictional characters, some of it is very real life human beings. We are judging the fictional characters based off of their persona in their featured work, not based off
Not
of the
in
real
real
life versions
life.
of them. That's an important
No.
distinction.
No one ever
Um,
lives up to who you think they are in real life.
no, it's true.
That's why they say never
Uh,
meet your heroes.
yes, in most cases. Maybe all cases. We can circle back. That's a different tangent. Um,
Other than Jordan Davis.
yes, he was so great.
He
Both
was
of us
so
can
great.
confirm. You have two witnesses. Okay, so the criteria, it's not just the hottest. That's important. That is a
No. Okay.
strong pull.
Mhm.
Perceived emotional intelligence matters, which ironically will be determined based off of hotness. So, hotness and demeanor. So it all comes back
First
to
rule,
hotness.
not just hotness, but hotness.
But hotness,
Okay.
who would actually make life better? So we are
Yeah.
applying this in a
Right.
boyfriend capacity. I
Mhm.
can't wait to see how we navigate this.
It's gonna be good.
Let's see. Our regions. Region 1, the rom-com and book boyfriends. So we have Peter Kavinsky from To All the Boys I Loved Before, Conrad Fisher, Jeremiah Fisher, both of our Summer I Turned Pretty boys, Nick Young from Crazy Rich Asians, Alex Claremont Diaz from Red, White, and Royal Blue, also a love interest on the kissing booth at a point in time. Noah Flynn, the younger Flynn brother on the kissing booth. Aiden Valentine, first time caller, a favorite book of ours, and Zayden Ryerson from Fourth Wing. I don't know if I said his name right, but that's fine. Region 2, the TV heartthrobs. Simon Bassett, the Duke on Bridgerton. Is it Bassett? It's Bassett,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Okay. The
Mhm.
Duke on Bridgerton, Anthony Bridgerton, obviously. Derek Shepard, McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy. Jackson Avery, our green eyed god from Grey's Anatomy. Nate Archibald, and Dan Humphrey, and Chuck Bass, our Gossip Girl trifecta. And Damon
Strong
Salvatore,
3.
Vampire Diaries. I did have to choose between Damon and Stefan already. I'm so sorry, but I needed Damon.
Fair.
I made an
Valid.
executive decision.
We support you. We support you.
Region 3, the superhero and movie icons. Important
Mhm.
that this is not them in superhero character. This is them now in real life. Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Henry Cavill. Cavill? Cavill.
I think it's Cavill.
Cavill. Oops. Clearly I'm a big fan. Michael
Tomato,
B.
tomato.
Jordan, Ryan Gosling, Liam Hemsworth, Tom Holland, and Robert Pattinson.
Whoa, that's a heavy
That's
hitter.
brutal. I can't wait.
Okay.
Region 4, Internet and Modern Heartthrobs. Harry Styles, Jacob Elordi, Paul Mescal, Jeremy Allen White, Austin Butler, Glenn Powell, Travis Kelce, and Shawn Mendes. Shawn Mendes is feeling a
How
touch random, but you know what? I accept it.
how do we pick? You know what? I'm actually going to make an executive decision. Let's pull out Shawn Mendes and we're going to add in Riley Green.
Sure.
Riley Green. Riley Green.
Okay.
Okay. So
I
now
like it.
explain to us, if you've never done a bracket, this is how a bracket works. This is called the round of 32. That's all
Yes.
I know. Tell us the rest, Chelsea.
Round of 32, they're going to go head to head. So we'll pick a winner from each of the different matches. And then from there, then it moves on to Sweet 16, and then Elite 8, and then Final Four, and
Fabulous.
then our
Oh, I like
or
Fabulous
Fabulous
Four.
Four.
Yeah.
Sure. Fantastic Four, Fabulous Four. Fantastic Four is probably trademarked. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. And then our championship. So
Ooh.
basically, we'll have a fictional character in the championship versus a real life person. Kind of fun.
This is so exciting. Okay, round of 32. Here we go. I'm so excited.
Okay, first match: Peter Kavinsky, Zayden Ryerson.
Okay. I will start the bidding by saying To All the Boys I've Loved Before is one of my comfort shows. Peter Kavinsky is the boyfriend I wish I had in high school. This was my dream, to have a Peter Kavinsky who loved me, who played lacrosse, and who drove a Jeep that is far out of his price range.
It's the Jeep out of the price range for me. You see, everything you were saying is actually the exact opposite of why I would say we should pick Zayden Ryerson, because he is the shadow daddy bad boy we should never actually date, but he actually might be a reformed bad boy. Like, maybe he does have some. I actually don't have any good redeeming qualities. He's
No,
a little
because
possessive, a little controlling, but maybe a deep dark fantasy wish for me.
okay, but that is in real life, is he a good boyfriend? Is he a good boyfriend?
He
Because
left an entire kingdom to his girl.
Peter Kavinsky drove all the way to the Asian market for the yogurt things she liked.
I don't have a leg to stand on.
Listen. I think this man, Xander, what's his name?
Okay, well, Zayden.
I don't know him. Zayden. Zayden, it's right there. I can read.
He wields shadows, and he rides a dragon. It's giving
I
hot
think
and
Peter,
problematic and toxic. Is it
yes,
stable? No.
leave him in the book. Bring Peter Kavinsky to the Sweet 16.
Fine. It's feeling like a
Oh,
personal loss, but
Peter.
it's okay.
All right. That's
Okay, next up. This one I feel like is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad Fisher versus Noah Flynn. Should we say our pick on 3, 2, 1?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Conrad
Fisher.
Okay,
Done.
so there was a
Easy.
delay.
We move on. Yes.
Perfect. Sorry, Noah.
Bye,
Okay.
Noah.
Match 3. Jeremiah Fisher versus Aiden Valentine. I also feel like this one's easy.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
Remind me who Aiden Valentine is?
He's from First Time Caller. The
Oh,
sweetie.
duh. It's because the other one's just so
The
like
name recognition is stronger.
yes.
Aiden Valentine isn't in our face all the time. Yeah.
Aiden
I'm not a
Valentine.
Jeremiah Fisher girl.
I am 100% a Conrad sister.
Same.
And I think Aiden is the epitome of what a sweet boyfriend would do. He makes a strong case for wanting to date a radio DJ. Never on my bingo card.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay, great. Easy.
Bye, Jeremiah.
Bye.
Just like in the show, take your place, which is off of the card.
Yes. Match 4, Nick Young versus Alex Claremont Diaz.
Okay, give us a little spill on each of them really quick for those
So
who don't
Nick
know.
Young is the sweetie pie from Crazy Rich Asians. So he is, frankly, does most things right. Also, emotionally stable, very financially secure. Important. Alex Claremont Diaz in Red, White, and Royal Blue specifically, he is the son of the president. He's the first son. So probably also like I think we're coming from similar, maybe not
I
similar,
know,
but
but they both have they both have enough money, they both have some clout. Here's the thing, I'm thinking with Nick Young, super, super hot. I prefer his looks
yeah,
probably over Alex a little bit more. Also, the emotional and, like, maturity of Nick Young really is giving for me.
yes,
As well as maybe I think he has a little bit more anonymity when it comes to, like, his money. He's not as well
yes,
known. You can live a little bit more under the
low
radar, but
profile.
yes, but you're living this beautiful posh life in your own little sectors. So I feel like it's a pretty tipped scale. I'm sorry, Alex. I don't think you can stand up to Nick Young.
Confirmed. Okay, we're going to
Wait, really quick
leave.
though. Is
Yes,
Nick Young's mom take
a
him
problem?
down? Yeah. Nick Young's mom, I mean, she had a redemption moment at the end of the movie, but if I don't know how to play mahjong, is she gonna like me?
Easy. We can learn how to play mahjong.
All right,
Wait, I can
it's very
teach you.
popular right now.
Well, I played it
Wait,
once. I have a set. Okay, that'll be a sidebar.
Chelsea's in and Nick Young moves on.
Okay, perfect. Now we're moving on to the next region. We'll circle back
Mhm.
to these guys in a second.
Okay.
Match 5, Simon Bassett versus Damon Salvatore.
This is hard.
Oh, dare I say, to quote Bridgerton, two rakes. Two rakes that maybe are reformed. One's a vampire, one's a duke that's problematic and lies about some things. There's a
Yeah.
lot of lying, there's a lot of deceiving. They're both hot.
Simon is so hot, but he and again, has his redemptive moment at the end, but I do have some negative feelings about him being too good to ever come back on the show.
That's an entirely different topic. That
But
doesn't have
it
anything to do with his
counts.
character. Does
No,
it?
I don't but his character in the show never makes an appearance again. What if your
But that's not in the
boyfriend
book.
really?
Yeah. In the book,
Okay.
he's written in.
I'm gonna push to you then. I'm gonna let you decide on this one.
Oh, I I think the immortal vampire might be a red flag.
I think a lot of my anxieties actually would be solved as like, I never want anything happen to Dylan, and, like, in this case,
Oh,
nothing can happen to him, you know? Like, I'm
well,
like,
unless he fights with another vampire.
I mean, what are the odds of that
Wait,
happening, you know?
hi. Have you seen the series?
I mean, in the non-series, in this life that we're living as a boyfriend in Chelsea's life,
I mean,
immortal
I don't
vampire
know any
or a
other
duke.
vampires, so
Okay? Make your choice. 3, 2, 1. This says so much about your dating history. You can't Okay, I'm gonna let it go.
wait,
He is
what?
not good for you.
And the vampire is?
I feel like the vampire would have come back for season 10, 11, and 12, whatever we're on in
Well,
the
he did
vampire
because he
series.
needed a check. He came back for
Okay.
like 13 seasons.
You know what?
He died and
Controversial.
was revitalized, or I don't even know. I stopped
We are
watching after
picking
7.
Simon based on Chelsea's knowledge of the book and not of the series.
Okay,
So we're
well,
moving on. Match 6.
tricky. Anthony Bridgerton versus Chuck
I
Bass.
am a mess with this one. I love Chuck Bass, but
What?
Anthony Bridgerton series was phenomenal. I love Chuck Bass.
Why do you love him?
His swagger. The swagger of Chuck Bass being even moderately good looking in like the first couple series, we were just kind of like, woof, Chuck Bass. But then as it goes on and
It's
he
the
is like
slutty little
the
checkered scarf.
the boyfriend of Blair Waldorf's dreams, and he is just the most like, I'm Chuck Bass. Like, is so hard for me. I do think at the end, like, you're like, that is the man Blair should marry. But is he boyfriend material? You have to give it to Anthony.
Yeah, it's Anthony. But
It's
I do
Anthony.
appreciate the case that you made, and I do like the redemption arc that Chuck makes in the show.
Ugh.
Next up, McDreamy from Grey's
Mm-hmm.
Anatomy
Mhm.
versus Nate Archibald from Gossip Girl.
Nate Archibald to me is like the unsung,
He's a
I don't
lost
wanna say
boy.
hero. He's kind of a lost boy
He doesn't
in
really have a sure footing. He's sweet.
no.
He means
He's
well.
I think that's what I'm trying to get at, is like, he is the boy that maybe everybody is like, "Oh, I want to date him," but he never gets, like, the credit that Chuck Bass gets, you know? So I feel
Yeah.
like he's kind of the, like, underdog boyfriend that truly is a good guy in the
Yeah,
series. He has his moments.
he's not supported by good supporting characters. He's the
Mm,
supporting character, which I think is tricky. His family,
yeah,
problematic. Cousins,
right.
problematic. I need to rewatch Gossip Girl. But
Yes.
and
McDreamy.
McDreamy, quite problematic.
Yeah, so
A
handsome.
surgeon,
Like,
so handsome.
the older, like,
He's a zaddy
kinda
with a
zaddy
Z.
energy.
Yes.
Yes, yes, zaddy energy. Do I want to be married to a surgeon or have a boyfriend that's a surgeon that works all the time, that may or may not be sleeping with people in,
Nurses and
rooms
other
and
residents.
yeah, in the overnight rooms,
But then
as
he's a humble
hot,
king and lives in a trailer on his property for a while.
and he has lots of money.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pick 3, 2, 1, Nate.
McDreamy. Oh, you were gonna
Shoot.
say McDreamy.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, I'm fine conceding. It can be Nate.
Okay. I just think McDreamy should stay in the hospital. He doesn't have enough time for children and vacations to Hawaii.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Nate, you know what? He's one fraudulent act away from having the money. So maybe
Such a
that's a
good point.
plus.
And
Maybe
honestly,
that's
we all
fine.
feel like he's gonna get it anyway, so
Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay,
this one's easy for me.
Jackson Avery versus Dan Humphrey. This one also feels easy to me. But we have been wrong. Are we gonna do a 3, 2, 1?
Yes. 3,
3,
2,
2, 1.
Jackson
Jackson
Avery.
Avery. Okay, perfect.
I don't like
Easy
Dan
peasy.
in this show. I don't like him in You. I don't see him with a lot of, you know, good
But I
characters.
like him in real life. Penn Badgley in real life is actually quite entertaining and enjoyable
Okay, I'll
from
take
like
your
the
word for it.
interviews I've seen. But as a character, no. And I think that's a different psychological assessment.
This
Okay.
bracket has me the most worried, this next one. This is the superhero kind of esque bracket.
Strong male leads.
Mhm.
Chris Hemsworth
I c
versus Robert
I
Pattinson.
can't believe you put these 2 together. This is not even a competition.
Well, I didn't. Chat did. They knew that we needed reprieve.
I can't believe chat even put these 2 together. I will never date a sparkly man. Can I tell you
Yeah,
so that
no.
was a long pause. Can I tell you, I'd never seen I'm totally gonna out Dylan. I'd never seen Twilight until this past year, 2025. We started watching it, like, over
Oh
Christmas
my
break.
gosh.
He loves Twilight. He loves Twilight, and
I
I
need to
will
talk to
say,
Dylan about it.
it's a little bit of an ick for me. When Robert Pattinson puts the freak girl on it, what's her name?
The freak girl?
Bella? Yeah, she's
Why did you call
weird.
her a
She's freaky.
Listen,
She's freaky.
everybody's a little quirky. It was
She's freaky.
2012,
When he
2011.
puts her on her back and is like, "Hold on, spider monkey," I almost threw
Say
up.
it out loud.
Can't. It's so icky.
But that's what makes it so good. It
No,
is
it's
I
so bad.
comfort watch those movies once a Wait, did you watch the rest of the series?
Yes. Actually,
Which
I
one was
think
your
we haven't
favorite?
watched the last one. I liked the one where the wolves and the
You mean
vampires all fought in that field, and they were
Eclipse?
like they're biting their heads off.
Okay, okay.
I liked that one.
Yeah. So did you
I
like
th-
New Moon better because Vampire wasn't present and she was just a thrill seeker with
yeah, that was fun.
Jacob Black?
Yeah, that was fun too.
And in high school I had a team Jacob license plate bracket.
Wow.
It was a
I'm
choice.
so did I just offend you? I'm so
No.
sorry.
Because
Okay, so you're not picking Robert, right? Because you're Team
no,
Jacob
well, I
firmly.
was Team Jacob looks wise, but I think in the books I was for sure Team Edward.
Okay,
Um,
all right.
no, those movies are nostalgic and hold a special place in my heart, but they do not hold a candle to Chris Hemsworth, who is my number one all-time hall. I don't even need a hall pass right now because there's nobody to guard the hall. But if I needed one, it would be for Chris Hemsworth
He
every
is
day and twice on
arguably
Saturday.
when they do like the hottest man on like People magazines, like I don't know why we even do that competition anymore. The world's hottest man in all of the universe
Has
clearly is
been and will
Thor,
always be Chris
Chris
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth. Long hair, short hair, Chris Hemsworth with a belly in that one
Yes.
Avengers. I'm into that too. I'll take it all.
And out of character, a dream.
Oh, a dream. I watched him on that series where he does all those like life.
Yeah, I need to watch that again.
Yeah. You would love it. I think it's so good. Okay, we gotta get moving a little
Okay,
bit.
Chris
At
Hemsworth.
match 10.
Done. Chris Evans versus Liam Hemsworth. I've got to say, the Hemsworth genes pull strong for me.
Oh yeah, the movie with Miley Cyrus. What's it called?
The last song. Yeah, that was my origin story for my love for him.
And I'm not really into Chris Evans. To me, it feels like let's do it, and maybe it'll be really exciting in the next bracket, and we'll put the two together, put them against each other.
Feels like a crime. Okay, Liam Hemsworth, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Henry, whose last name I slaughtered last time. Did we decide it's
Superman, yeah.
Cavill?
That's fine.
Whatever. Superman versus Ryan Gosling.
I'm not into Henry.
Neither am I. In the
Great,
wild,
Ryan, it
maybe,
is.
but Ryan Gosling. I also just saw Project Hail Mary, and he's all I can think about.
Mm,
This is a tough one, actually.
It's not. It's really not.
Michael V. Jordan versus Tom Holland. It's the personality. Do you
Yeah.
value looks or
I-
personality?
I think they're both short kings, actually. How tall?
Wait, no. Tom Holland is. I'd have to pull a Zendaya and like put him on my back spider monkey style.
How tall is Michael B. Jordan?
I think he's got to be over 6 feet. If not, it's the branding.
What? He's 6 feet tall.
I told you.
I thought he was shorter. I really did.
I mean, if he's
Sweetie.
listed at 6 feet, he's probably 5'11", 5'10".
Let me give you a scenario. Michael B. Jordan walks into a ballroom. You are slaying in the most gorgeous dress you've ever worn. You've had your makeup done, your hair's done. You are on point. The whole room is looking at you. Michael B. Jordan enters one side of the room, and it's Michael B. Jordan, so the whole room stops and stares at him. The other side of the room, Tom Holland walks in, and everybody looks at him. They both start walking towards you, and they open their arms to do the Dirty Dancing arm lift into the air.
Well, it has to be Michael B. Jordan in that situation because Tom Holland's going to get squashed like a bug.
Thank you.
I was making a case that this isn't just about looks and physique. Tom Holland has the best personality of this section of the bracket. Okay. But I unfortunately am just a girl. I'm just a girl
Give
and
it
it
to
has
me.
to go to Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
But know that Tom Holland, for the record, was making a strong push. It is tricky because I am at least 1 inch taller than him. And he is petite. And I have seen him in person and he is a small king. But
I'm
so
sorry, you
cute.
saw him in person? Where'd you see him in person?
Late night with Seth Meyers. What's also crazy is I was sitting
Chelsea, what were
what?
you doing there? Were you just there to watch the show?
I was just there to watch the show.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I was sitting second row. I was sitting behind his publicist.
Oh.
Me and my sister. He's talking. And then all of a sudden, I hear him say, "Oh yeah, and I got to go to the Masters and I was following Tony Finau's group." And I perked up like the 4th of July. I was like, wait, what?
No.
And then he's like talking about how much, because he loves golf. So he's talking about this, talking. And then it goes to commercial break. And I lean forward and tell his publicist, I was like, "Oh, I work with Tony." And she was like, "What? That's amazing." Anyway, so then she went and told him and he like waved at us. It was so cute.
And
so for
do
that
we let
reason,
him win now?
What?
Do we let him win now?
No.
Okay.
We're not giving him a
Okay.
pity win. I'm just saying
you're right.
that's probably
You're right. At the end of the
that's my
day, it's still
bias.
Michael.
That's
Michael.
why I had this
Okay.
deep-rooted love. Like,
I
would he
understand.
have beat Liam Hemsworth? Probably.
Okay. All right.
Ryan Gosling? Maybe. I don't know.
Michael B. It was a hard
But Michael
matchup.
B,
Sometimes that happens in March MEN-ness. Sometimes that happens. Okay, we're gonna go down to the next section, which is what are we calling this one?
internet heartthrobs.
Oh yeah, I feel good about this. I feel good
Okay,
about this.
so
Harry Styles versus
versus,
Riley Green.
I think we're not going to agree on this.
Here's the thing. We've already talked about how I think you'll be surprised. We've talked about how I think Harry Styles, stunning, gorgeous, beautiful man. I
Yes.
think he has a heart of gold. The only quip I have with him is that I can't get behind him wearing high
Oh.
heels taller than me. The nails painted, the eye glitter. Like, are you wearing a bra under that? Is it a thong? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't
Have you
even know
seen
what's
John Tucker
happening.
Must Die? They
Yeah.
bring thongs back. It's fine.
Okay, fine. I think Riley Green is arguably second to Chris Hemsworth and the most attractive man in the universe. I think he looks like my husband. Duh, because my husband is so hot. But I will say Riley
He
Green, if
is
we're
quite
going on
problematic.
real life, I saw him in concert my second time in more of like a smaller environment. He's the worst, jerkiest guy on the planet, and I do not choose you even though you're hot.
And for that reason, Harry Styles with the heels and the glitter eyeshadow is moving on. Oh, interesting matchup. Jacob Elordi versus Travis Kelce.
Jacob Elordi.
Yes,
Travis Kelce is only hot because Taylor Swift thinks he's hot. End of story.
let the record show that she said that, not me. If this
Mm-hmm.
finds the wrong corner of the internet, I have no further comment.
We support you,
Um,
Taylor. I'm just saying.
Paul Mescal versus Austin Butler. I think
I
I'm an
don't know
Austin
who
Butler
Paul
girly in this
Mescal
case.
is.
He's dating Gracie Abrams. He is kind of loosely looks like Pedro Pascal.
No.
Austin Butler?
Blech. No. Yeah,
Okay,
Austin
that
Butler.
was aggressive. I
Sorry.
think this next one's also going to be obvious. Jeremy Allen White versus Glenn Powell. 3, 2, 1. Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Okay, thank you. Perfect.
Glenn, anytime I listen to an audiobook with a blonde lead or like Glenn Powell is who I imagine.
Okay, now we have to do this speed round style. Back to the top. Peter Kavinsky versus Conrad Fisher. Ugh. I think I have to go with
This is hard.
Peter with you.
Okay. Oh,
I think
really?
Conrad's a little too moody broody, and I really love a golden retriever boyfriend.
Okay, great. I feel good. I love Peter Kavinsky. I love him.
Okay. Aiden Valentine, the radio host, versus Nick Young, the Singapore heir.
Oh my gosh. Aiden Valentine's poor and Nick is rich.
A tale as old as time. The prince or the pauper? Which one are we going with?
Nick Young is so handsome, but Aiden Valentine
3,
really
2, 1. Nick Young.
Aiden Valentine. You pick Nick Young. Okay, you know what? I feel good. Let's pick Nick Young.
You made me pick him.
I
Ugh.
will always pick a Tempur-Pedic mattress that's expensive over a very thin mattress.
Wait, what is happening?
I don't know. Let's move
What
on.
does a Tempur-Pedic mattress have
Nick
to do
Young,
with anything?
because they're expensive. They're
Okay.
expensive. And a nice down comforter. Soft water
Okay,
in
we're
my
just
tub.
gonna settle this one while we're here. Peter Kavinsky or Nick Young.
Peter Kavinsky. Are you picking Nick Young?
Well, I should have led with this. I'm not a Peter Kavinsky stan, but I didn't read the books.
Here's
He
the
just
thing.
bugs me.
Okay, you're right. Here's the thing. If I am picking in my current phase of life who I want my boyfriend to be, I can't pick the high school lacrosse player. I've got to let that dream go. And I pick a very handsome Asian man who is a sweetie pie with a heart of gold and a bank account of gold.
No notes. Okay, Nick Young is the winner of Region 1. Next
Nick
up,
Young.
Simon Bassett, the Duke, versus Anthony Bridgerton.
I'm gonna let you have this one because I am not as versed in Bridgerton lore as you.
I think it's Anthony.
Really?
I think so.
You love Simon.
Well, I love Simon, but I think I love Anthony more. Or
And
I
if
think
we're giving a hint of Anthony and like a little bit of his wicked character, yummy. Yes, we love
Yeah.
this man.
yeah,
I wish he batted for our team.
same. My mental health is probably better knowing that he doesn't.
You're right, you're
Okay,
right.
Nate Archibald versus Jackson Avery.
I think I'm gonna just pick Anthony Bridgerton to win this,
Okay, we're just eliminating
yeah,
the others. Okay, perfect.
yeah, yeah.
The next match. Chris Hemsworth versus Liam Hemsworth. We already know.
Easy. It
It's
has to be
so sad.
Chris.
It
It's
has
so
to be
sad because
Chris,
Liam
but
will
I do
always
love
live in his
Liam.
shadow.
Like,
And the whole, like,
I
Miley
generally am
Cyrus
not a
thing.
fan of
Oof.
blondes. But
Mhm,
I am when it comes to the Hemsworth brothers. Blonde
mhm,
adjacent, yes, they are my exception.
yeah.
Um, Ryan Gosling versus Michael B. Jordan.
We just said it. We're not really into blondes unless it's Chris Hemsworth, so
For it might be Ryan Gosling personality wise. I think I'm. Oh, how tall is
I don't
he?
think we know Michael B. Jordan's personality.
We don't, but I think I'm going for a height tiebreaker. If Ryan Gosling is taller than Michael B. Jordan, does he win?
For me, he doesn't win, Chelsea. He doesn't win. I
Crazy.
let you have
They're
a lot
both
of
6
other
feet.
things. I
Fine.
let you have a lot of other things. It's
But it's
Michael B
also
versus
irrelevant
Chris.
because who's going to win, Chris Hemsworth or Michael B. Jordan?
Because you know what? This is it for me. This is it. Like, I can't pick between these two men. And she's got Michael B. Jordan highlighted and he's being deleted right now. I'm
Bye.
sorry, Michael. Michael, I love you. I'm so sorry, babe.
Harry Styles versus Jacob Elordi.
Duh. Duh. We're picking Jacob. Has Jacob ever, he has a merce, which I can handle, but has he ever worn high heels? Nay.
Yes.
Jacob has not worn
He
high
wore
heels.
I swear I saw him wear
All
platform.
right, here we go.
Well, I'm not the
Let
one
me
that has a
look.
problem with it, but because we know
Why
that I
don't you
love
have a problem with it?
because they're hot.
RD high heels.
He's going to be
This
in a
is a
heeled
weird
loafer.
search. This is a weird search.
What are the results? Hit me with it.
You know what? Jacob Elordi is well known for his adventurous fashion sense. He typically favors low heels, chunky boots, and an experimental flat rather than a traditional high heel.
Okay. That's normal.
I don't know if I think that that's normal. It says it has a distinct sculpted heel. Oh no. Oh no.
Screenshot the
No.
photo, plug it in.
No. Is this really him? No, he has lady legs in those. No. Oh my gosh, I'm so icked out right now. He's wearing okay. Oh.
Is it
Oh.
is it Harry Styles?
I need to send this to you. I'm
It's the
so
battle of the feminine fashion.
Oh, what do you
Who's
mean
it
I
gonna
can't use
be?
my phone? Okay. You know what? It still has to be Jacob Elordi because I'm even more into him in heels than Harry Styles.
Okay, I can't wait to see it. Okay, so Jacob Elordi still wins in your eyes. Okay, Austin Butler versus Glenn Powell. I feel like this one is also easy.
Yeah, Glenn, come on.
Yeah, sorry, Austin. You are a cutie, but okay. Oh, I feel like this one's
This
also going to
final
be.
four?
Hold on. Is it Jacob or Glenn?
My gosh, it
Well,
has to be Glenn.
you're really
Have you seen
shaken up.
Glenn in a Have you seen Glenn in a cowboy hat?
I think this is specifically Glenn Twisters. Like
Oh,
him in
Glenn
Twisters is
Twisters.
so good.
You know, I even think his a-hole version of him in Top Gun Mavericks is
Or
so,
in
so
Chad
good.
Powers, also good.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
Nick
mhm.
Young versus Anthony Bridgerton.
This is our final four, really quick. So we
This
have
is
Nick
final
Young
four.
versus Anthony Bridgerton, Chris Hemsworth, and Glenn Powell.
Powell. Two
Okay, Nick
brunettes
Young.
versus two blondes.
I love that
Interesting.
for us.
I love it too.
Nick Young, Anthony Bridgerton. Nick Young, Anthony Bridgerton. I pick Anthony.
Same.
Same. Sorry, Nick. You were a valiant fight. You did great. That doesn't make sense.
Chris
Okay.
Hemsworth versus Glenn Powell.
Oh.
I
Here's the
just
thing.
don't. Go ahead.
No. You felt passionate. Tell me.
I just don't see a world in which Chris Hemsworth doesn't win this whole thing.
I agree. I think we're there. I think we pick him because I feel like Glenn Powell is arguably so handsome. What I think we love about Chris Hemsworth is not only is he gorgeous, but he has like this amazing personality, very like philanthropy, like led, a kind heart, really into like this wellness lifestyle, isn't into like the celebrity scene. Truly just seems like he loves his wife and children and want to live like a full life. And which who doesn't want that in a boyfriend?
I could not have said it better myself. I
Who
feel
doesn't want
quite
that?
validated, and I'm so glad that we agreed. This would have been a really awkward thing if I had to fight to the death for Chris Hemsworth, but instead, it's peaceful agreement.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 March MEN-ness bracket winner, Chris Hemsworth.
Down for a second, then looked back up, and all I see is hands in the air. Ah,
That's a good one. I feel so good about that
I
winner.
feel at
I hope
peace.
you agree. If you do not agree and you feel like you have a really strong case for Michael B. Jordan, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you feel like we need to have a revote or if there's always next year. Maybe next year we do kind of something similar, but instead we'll pick some different characters. Maybe
Yeah,
Michael B. Jordan's still in it, but Chris can't be in it just for the moral of it.
he can't be a repeat. So
No,
we have the best, but who would be the funnest, most toxic?
Riley Green.
Yeah,
Mm,
no notes there.
no
That would be a
notes. If
trip.
you don't know what Riley Green looks like, please go to your Google
Or
browser
sounds like.
or sounds like.
He's got that
Actually,
southern
I'll do you one
drawl.
better. I'll do you one better. Go ahead and look up his music video. What's the one where he's on the table? What's that music video?
I don't think I've seen it. You led with what's the one with him on the table?
It's called Worst Way. And if you do not
Oh,
watch
yes.
this, I want you in the worst way. There's the funniest videos, like comments on his Instagram when he released it. It's like, this woman was paid to do this. And then another one was like, where's the casting call to be the table? Like, these are the funniest comments. So go ahead and look at him on Instagram, watch that video,
Need to go
read the
watch it.
comments. So funny. So Riley Green for sure would be the messiest, hottest, just the most red flag boyfriend of our lives.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Wow,
Great.
what a time. I feel like if that doesn't, I was going to say fuel your fire, it's not making you watch March Madness because you're not going to see any of those people actually playing basketball. So it's kind of irrelevant. It was just a fun project for the girls. But maybe we do this on Instagram. We'll see if you guys match up with our picks.
I love this. We'll do a little poll, see who wins.
We'll do a little poll. I
Cutie.
am cautiously optimistic that we'll be on the same page, but there could be some surprises, some sleeper cells.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, I think that a little competition's good. I think it's good to know what we want. It's good when
Healthy.
Chelsea's out in the dating field. She's like, does this guy give me more Riley Green energy? Or does this guy give me more, I don't know, Chris
How about
Hemsworth
you calling
energy?
me out for all of my past dating by choosing Simon Bassett? I'm sorry I chose the Duke. And then she's immediately like, this tells us everything we need to know about your dating.
Chelsea, the truth
What?
hurts, sis. The truth hurts. Okay? We're going to pick a little bit better Chris Hemsworth energy in the future.
Well, Chris Hemsworth has always been the leading guiding light, but I don't
Now
have
we
many
know.
Chris Hemsworth options.
Doesn't have to look like Chris Hemsworth. We're getting off point.
Okay.
So really, we love a little competition. It's healthy, whether it's in sports, whether it's in dating, reality shows, or even fictional boyfriends. So head to our Instagram. We're going to do a little fun voting there. We love you. Thank you for being here. I'm Dalen.
And I'm Chelsea.
We'll chat soon.